One Piece Bounty Rush is not a charming yet simplistic card collecting game. Instead, this new anime mobile game features real-time PvP action, which is pretty ambitious. Taking the form of a point control game, a form you'll be familiar with from most online shooters, One Piece Bounty Rush has your team zoom over to some treasure, jam a flag in it, and call it your own. Not only does this help you to win each game, but for each treasure point you captured, you'll get an extra small bonus at the end of the stage. There's an on-screen analog stick for you to run over to treasure points, and you have a basic attack combo and some skills to use to damage enemies. The basic attack combo is just there to be mashed out, and the skills deal damage and push enemies back to clear treasure points. Problem is, you don't feel like you have a great deal of control over things. When using a basic combo, things feel flimsy. The game will lock onto whichever enemy is closest, but that means you have no control over which foe you're going to start smashing. Once the basic combo is finished and the enemy is downed, they become invincible for a few seconds while getting back up, giving them the chance to retaliate. It means you can't keep combos going for very long, although that's quite nice if you're the player taking the beating. Skills are awkward, because while many have good range, you're never really able to judge them properly. We often used a skill when just a bit too far out of range, only for the opponent to be close enough to punish our missed attack. Getting battered while you're trying to start up a skill is also frustrating. When you're playing against a single opponent, things flow a bit better, unless your characters are low level, which actually makes a big difference to how things play out. You can summon characters from the early One Piece story up to Alabasta to fight as, and so far there's a decent variety, but each will start at level 1 and just playing as them won't level them up. Instead, you'll be earning XP orbs and buying them in bulk from the in-game shop. Luckily, you'll be able to earn plenty of currency to buy XP orbs as you play, but the fact that they are essential is frustrating, and getting a single character to max level can be a long task. Unfortunately, using a character at level 1 against characters in the teens or 20s or higher will end horribly, and unless you play as a runner, focusing on capturing treasure points, there's not much fun to be had. At least the options of playing as a runner, attacker or defender are there, allowing you to capture points, defeat enemies, or push enemies back respectively. The worst part of One Piece Bounty Rush is the grind. You can play against friends or against the CPU, but progression is limited in these modes. You just have to mash things out in PvP, and you're going to find the progression there very slow. And ultimately, after getting a feel for how much effort would be required to level up the characters and play with a larger variety, it's not something we really want to return to. It's just not fun enough to justify the long play time required.